Hey, it's Tara and I'm back. And today was my first day back at school. I'm now a sophomore. Great. But since I'm on the topic of school, I thought I would tell you guys a quick story about the worst substitute teacher that I've ever had. Okay, so last year I took art, and that day my art teacher wasn't there, so we had a substitute, obviously. So I walk in, and the second I walk in, I can already tell that this teacher is just going to be rude and she's not going to want to cooperate or anything. I can just tell, just something about her vibe was just really ugh, you know? So, the first thing she says to us is, please sign your name on this sheet. So we sign our name, and then she goes, then we sit down in our seats, and she goes, I just want you guys to know that if I catch you using your phones, I will not hesitate to take them, and you won't get them back until the end of the class period. And I'm just like, okay. And then she goes, we're barely talking. She goes, no talking. Like, she literally reminded me of that librarian from Monsters, Inc. Do you feel me? Yeah, that's basically how she was. Okay, so we're like all sitting down and everything. She finally tells us what we're gonna do. She goes, so today we're gonna watch a video on watercolors, and I would recommend that you take notes because you guys are gonna be doing a project about watercolors. And if you don't feel like taking notes, then you can take a nap. But wait, she goes, you can take a nap, but you can't put your head down. What do you mean? First of all, how do you take a nap without putting your head down? That's what I want to know. That makes 0 sense to me. Literally 0 sense. And I'm just like, she's crazy, okay? So she finally turns on the video, right? And we're all sitting there watching this boring video. Obviously no one's taking notes, okay? And then she must have gotten bored or something, because we had this mop or something that we kept in the corner to sweep up paper or if there was something on the ground, right? So she gets up, grabs this mop. There's nothing on the floor, and she starts going up and down the aisle, sweeping with this mop. And I'm just like, what are you doing? That is literally so weird. And then she hits my foot and she goes, sorry. And I'm like, it's fine, you're not gonna die if you hit my foot. Like, by this point I'm trying so hard not to laugh because she's just got me so weirded out. Like, this is the weirdest thing ever. Okay, so then she goes back and sits down. And then she goes again, no talking, and literally no one was talking. I'm just like, what is your problem? Alright, so basically nothing else really happens the rest of the period. Then we have about 5 minutes left of class. First of all, she goes, just because there's only 5 minutes left of class, I still won't hesitate to take your phones. I'm like, are you kidding me? We're sitting there, and we're waiting for the bell to ring. This woman turns off the lights while we're all still in the classroom, okay? We're in the dark and we're still in the classroom and she turns off the lights. I'm like, what? Then finally the bell rings and she's the first one to walk out of the class, and she just leaves us all there. This lady left a whole class full of students alone. What? It was so insane. I've never had a substitute that was worse than her. She was just rude and annoying, and she didn't know what she was doing. Like, she really did not want to be there, and she was making it real obvious that she didn't want to. Because, you know, there's those substitute teachers that are like really fake and they like act like they want to be there but they really don't. No, she didn't even act. She just like straight up was like, I don't want to be here, so I'm not gonna treat you guys nicely. I'm just like, oh my god. So yeah, that was my story time, like, rant about my worst substitute teacher that I've ever had. And I'm sure I'll probably have a worse one this year, but who knows. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next week. Bye!